Hey, what's up, everyone? Jazz Borganza here. Another episode of What's Next. Of course, as always, your daily dose of common sense and facts. Well, after this past incredible weekend with the overturning of Roe, and of course the aftermath, the media, the politicians, the HollyWoke trying to drum up business in regards to crowd rage regarding the overturning of the fourth rail. Yeah, it didn't happen. The supposed multitude of crowds across the country and cities, cities burning and, residents upended and stores looted and cops getting shot. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm mistaken it for the 2020, summer of love. But since they couldn't drum up the business, they're going back to the clown show that is the J6 hearings. Here we go, folks. This comes out of Breitbart. Fox News. Brett Baier. Hutchinson's stunning testimony moved the ball. Fox News channel anchor Brett Baier said on Tuesday that his network's coverage of today's hearing by the House Select Committee investigated the J6 hearing and testimony was stunning and moved the ball. Discussing the testimony from Mark Meadows' former aide Cassidy Hutchinson about Donald Trump, Baier said inside the limo, saying he wanted to go up to the Capitol Hill and said, "You have to go to the White House," according to her testimony. He said, "I'm the effing president. Take me there," and goes to grab him. The testimony is, first of all, stunning because we haven't heard this. Two, it's compelling because of her proximity to power of all these people directing, having conversations with her. He contained. It's methodical. We always point out to the caveat. There's not a minority here that's pushing back or questioning the other way. But it leads up to J6, the concern that it might get real bad in the days before, and the concern that the Proud Boys, Oath Keepers would be there, the concern there would be weapons on them all. The radio transmission that they saw weapons, AR-15s, and others. He continued. The testimony, the president really concerned about the crowd, that they were not allowed through the magnetometers. He wanted the crowd to be bigger, more robust. She quotes him as saying, "She was there in the back room, behind the stage. I don't effing care if they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me. Take the effing mags away. Let me, people in. They can march to the Capitol from here. Let the people take the effing mags away. Listen, of all this firsthand." So this is from her listening to it. That's why it's so compelling. That's perhaps why we have this hearing that popped out of nowhere. Really? The hearing that popped out of nowhere, Brett? Come on, man. Come on. He then added, she had another session behind the scenes with the committee that they were playing sound bites from, and realized the power of this testimony, perhaps politically, in the wake of Roe and everything else, to keep January 6th on the front burner. Bottom line, testimony is stunning. We're going to likely hear from the former president and his reaction to all this in one way or another. But you also have other officials, Pat Cipollone, former White House counsel. You also have others who are weighing in behind the scenes through her testimony. Listen, I think it does move the ball in this hearing. We go to this. This comes out of Breitbart. January 6th committee credibility implodes after Hutchinson's testimony. The January 6th committee credibility suffered a serious blow on Tuesday when reports surfaced that the lead Secret Service agent in charge of former President Trump's security detail that day would contradict testimony delivered from star witness Cassidy Hutchinson. On Tuesday, former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson testified that former President Trump literally tried to commandeer the presidential Suburban during the January 6th riot and became borderline violent when Bobby Engel tried to stop him. Hutchinson said that she learned of the story from Tony Arnato, the then White House Deputy Chief of Staff. Hours later, Peter Alexander of NBC News, said that a source close to the Secret Service indicated that the agent, Bobby Engel, will testify under oath that neither man was assaulted and that Mr. Trump never lunged for the steering wheel. Conservative and Trump allies immediately pounced on the report, saying that it completely destroys any credibility the January 6th show trial had hoped to retain. Kimberly Guilfoyle, January 6th committee witness Cassidy Hutchinson, basically claimed that President Trump was a ninja. The media saying that is a lie. So is President Trump. MAGA ninja or no? Donald Trump Jr., the son of the president. Shorter January 6th committee. This is MAGA country. Jenna Ellis, close legal analyst or legal attorney for the president. So cross-examination and rebuttal witnesses are important. Shocker. The J in J6 stands for joke. Julio Rosas, the Secret Service agent, told me earlier, FYI, I'm calling bullshit on a Secret Service story. You think none of us would have ever heard that this is an internal rumor? No effing way. David Marcus, Liz Cheney must be held accountable for her mendacious lies. Hans Mackin, the story is pretty absurd. The problem is that half this country believes it, just like toddlers believing the monster lives under the bed. 7 years of nonstop media gaslighting turned a large chunk of the adult population into imbecilic children. Clay Travis, first, today's testimony was hearsay, meaning it wasn't actually witnessed by the witness and would almost certainly be excluded from actual court trial. Second, the president rides in the back of his vehicle. Wouldn't it be impossible to grab the steering wheel? Third, ... Of course, the Right to Bear memes, grand old memes, puts out this. Gotta love it. Jonathan Turley. Peter Alexander just reported the Secret Service agent is categorically denying the testimony of Hutchinson that Donald Trump tried to grab the steering wheel of the Beast, which of course is called the Suburban. Kind of hard to, like I said, like Travis said, kind of hard to grab the steering wheel when you literally have a bulletproof shield in front of you, just as all limousines do. Well, not so much bulletproof, but a plexiglass shield between you and the driver. Interesting. Tim Young. The Secret Service ultimately has to follow all the president's orders. So aside from the fact that it wasn't physically and logistically impossible for Trump to try to wrestle the steering wheel away, he would never have needed to. The January 6th committee clowned itself. January 6th committee finally found a smoking gun. And of course, that's Peter Alexander. My best friend's sister, boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid, who's going with the girl who saw President Trump say some things that Liz Cheney thought were bad. I guess it's pretty serious. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Wow. Had a Peter Brady moment for all you old heads out there. Again, like I said in the beginning, they couldn't drum up the business in regards to the overturning of Roe, so they have to go back to this clown show that is the J6 hearings, and of course a total waste of effing money and effing time, which is all is a show about gaslighting. That's all it is. She came out with a testimony. She wasn't physically eyewitness the whole situation. She got this off a hearsay. Somebody else told her that this occurred. So instead of the committee taking her seriously and saying, hey, you know what? Being that you were an ear witness to somebody else's information really doesn't give you any credibility. But then again, this is Washington, and the simple word accusation, that's all you need. You need no proof, as we saw with Kavanaugh a few years back during the SCOTUS confirmation hearings. All you have to do is throw out the accusation, and it somehow sticks. But God forbid you show up with real physical proof. No. We don't need that, because it's all about feelings and your facts. That's the J6 in a nutshell. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. I want to see more just like this. Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.